We're live. Good morning and welcome to the Wallet of Wealth Female Entrepreneur Interview Series in support of Halton Women's Place. From Wallet to Wealth is a brand created to speak to women to help mentor, educate, and inspire ladies to living and leading empowered lives. We have raised over $47,000 for Halton Women's Place at our annual speaker galas and have hosted several events to help ladies build their businesses. This year, we have created our power introductions and we freed ourselves from subconscious money sabotage. And our next event will be announced soon. I'm hoping to do that at the end of this month. So join our squad. We are not only about success and breaking barriers, we help women win. We shine a spotlight every Monday on a female entrepreneur to help her own her future. Davina Coleman received the most devastating news a woman could receive. At that moment, her life's alignment shifted. This woman is on fire. She has drive, vision, and an incredibly deep soul. Please welcome Davina Coleman. Hello.
Thank you, Whitney. Hey, hi, everyone.
I'm so happy that you're here today.
Me too. I woke up early, just like, oh, is it time? So I've been excited all night long since we talked last week. So I'm so happy to be here, Whitney. Thank you.
Oh, me too. Sorry, I'm just putting a share on here, and then we'll be fine. We're good to go. Yeah. So first of all, a big thank you to Tony Harris Taylor. She is amazing. She connected you and I. We're just starting to get to know each other, and I'm really looking forward to. I say this all the time. I love you, Americans. I just love you, Americans. I want to be more like you. I want to have more of what you have. Um, oops, she said don't share. I got IT in the background. Sorry. Yeah, so I just love your depth, your drive, the ability to do business is it's just so it's fabulous. Like, we tend to be a little bit more conservative here, so I love how you people love the Americans, just love everybody, so it's really good. So thank you so much for being here today. And we'll just jump into what we're here to do, and that's to talk about you. So in our talk, we talk about messages that we get, intergenerational messages, societal messages, that create a lot of adversity in our lives. And can you tell us how that's affected you?
I think so. I really was considering what has impacted me the most. And I think the box has impacted me the most. And what do I mean by the box? I believe that people teach you to be boxed in, especially when it comes to your career, right? When you're a child, you have the ability to problem solve. You'll watch a baby, the baby has to learn how to speak, and then the baby has to learn how to walk. And the baby falls down, what happens? The baby gets right back up and walks again. And so as a child, we're born to be problem solvers. We're born to be creative. We're born to think outside the box. But once we hit the education system, it's almost like we're boxed in to think the way the others want us to think, and to perform and live life the way the others want us to perform and live life. So it's okay, you're a gifted student, Davina. College is your next goal. So go to college, get your master's, or go get your doctorate. So here I am with 3 different degrees, right? And then it's you do all of this so you can get a really good career. And you do go to all your professional development, you learn. And then what happens? You wait. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for promotion. We're waiting for man to say, yes, you deserve your next big break. And what happens is all those things are limiting. It limits us from unleashing our true potential. It limits us from unlocking our purpose. And so one of the lessons that I've learned growing up that has limited me is that you remain in your career till you die, or you remain into your career until you retire. And the most you will ever make is whatever you produce as a salary, and whatever someone says, yes, you can be promoted to earn more. And so that has been the most limiting thing that I have taught. But Whitney, I'm here to tell you and everybody else, I am crushing that box. I am done with that. I'm unleashing my potential.
Yeah, and I've got to jump in here because when I first spoke to you, I mean, you're a principal and you're a principal at a school. So this is like the pinnacle. Like there's only one principal out of how many teachers in a school, and you've risen up there and you're saying that no, that's a ceiling. And it's amazing because when I spoke to you on the phone, I thought, that's like, wow, like you are thinking way outside of the box. You are saying that no, I'm not going to be limited by this, I'm going further.
Yes.
So sorry, I just had to jump in there to
And then I have actually I'm the vice principal of my school. And
okay.
so my next level would be principal and then go to district office, be a superintendent. But everything is predicated upon somebody saying, yes, Davina, it's your time.
Yes.
And I just don't feel like we always have to wait on somebody to tell us yes. We can
Yeah.
create doors of opportunities. And I'm at a place of I want to create my doors of opportunity, Whitney.
Oh, and I believe that you will. So now so what happened? So you had some adversity and then you've aligned yourself completely with who you feel you should be. Tell us about.
Absolutely. So, okay. So this is not every woman's story, but it's a lot of women's story. So on August 2014, I went through a divorce. And I can sit here and be honest and transparent and saying that was one of the most devastating, challenging times of my life, right? And so I was at a place I said, I am done with love. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to be married to nobody else. I'm finished. I'm just going to focus on Davina and I'm going to climb this career ladder. And for the past 6 years, I have done just that. But in 2020, last year during the pandemic, you're by yourself all the time, right? So I said, okay, Davina,
Yeah.
you're ready to love again. So I said, I'm ready to love. And not only am I ready to love, I began to have a desire to have children. So in August of 2020, I went to my our normal annual female doctor's appointment, right? And during that process, she began to press upon my abdomen. And as she pressed, she said, Davina, I think you have 1 or 2 fibroids. Let me send you to an ultrasound. So I'm like, yes, ma'am. And I wasn't concerned because fibroids, especially in the African American female population, we're at high risk for them. So it's like your grandma have them, your mama have them, and everybody kind of coexists with fibroids. So I wasn't concerned until she said on August 31st, she wanted to talk to me and discuss the results in a virtual meeting. So at that point, I'm like, virtual meeting? Now I'm a realist. So when you say you want to talk to me on a virtual meeting, I said, you got bad news. Because if it was good news, the doctors would tell you over the phone, you don't have to go in. So we get on this call. I'm looking at her beautiful little face. And she says, Davina, a normal uterus is 6 to 7 centimeters. Your uterus is 16 centimeters. One of your fibroids is 7 centimeters by itself, and it sits on top of your uterus. You have fibroids in the muscle, you have an inner uterus, and you have several attached to the outside of the uterus. But it was this part that really got me, Whitney. She said, if you get pregnant, you will miscarry. And if you have surgery, you will run the risk of your uterus being taken and you will never be able to have children. And so, you can feel the tears, you feel the tears forming in your eyes. So I can feel them forming, but she's a stranger, so I can't cry. So at the end of the call, I say, thank you. I hang up. And when I tell you I broke, I broke. I just tears everywhere because it was the 31st of August and the next day was my birthday. My birthday is September 1st. And every year for my birthday, that's my birthing year for me. And right at the moment of me getting ready to birth all over again, someone spoke death over my life. Someone came to abort every vision that I had. And that's how I felt. But I had to make that decision that I was going to cause, if I can't birth in my womb, if that's going to be my challenge, then everything I see in my mind, I'm going to birth what I see. And that's where I came to.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's absolute. So you just turned that all around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because at some point you don't have any options. You got to ask yourself, what's the impact of me not birthing my visions? We get bad news. Life is full of ups and downs, right? And so if every time I get in a down moment, I quit, I would never get to see who I'm supposed to be. Who am I called to be upon this earth? So I can't stop. I have to keep going.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing is too, with medical, things are always changing too, you know, so don't give up on that. There's bioidentical hormones, which we can talk about later. I've done, because
Okay.
I have the same thing as you. Okay. So now, sorry.
That's okay.
Uh, so now you're building a business. Tell us about the business. So this whole thing was a catalyst for you to say, okay, I'm going to birth this business. I'm going to birth my idea.
Yeah, okay. So, do you know how there are so many amazing, high achieving career women with gifts and talents, and they're yearning to do more for themselves, but they just don't know how to obtain it?
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I remove the limitations of career women that only imagine what they can do with their lives, and I move them to a place of actually getting it done so they can birth their visions that they imagine, they can unleash their earning potential, and they can unlock their purpose. And so at launch, I will be providing small group and one-on-one coaching to ensure women do not abort their visions, that women do not miscarry, and they do not have stillbirth of the visions because of their career. That's my mission.
I love it. I love it. This is great. This is fabulous. And it's so important too that I mean, we're talented. The human race is talented, and I find that women are extremely creative and talented, but sometimes we hold back, like you say, and we follow that career path that can only provide us for so much. So you're talking about, being able to make any amount, and it doesn't always have to be around money. Okay, obviously,
Right.
it can be around complete and utter happiness and giving and creating and stuff like that. But usually, when you're in your zone of genius, money starts coming to you anyways.
Yes. You become
Really.
a money magnet.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is that, I mean, I so support this, because I think that, and it has nothing to do with gender, but why aren't women the president of Bear Stearns, or the president of TD Bank? Why do they not have these roles? And I think it's because of what you're saying. It's just a vision. It's limiting beliefs that we can't get there, and we can get there, and we can still, if we choose, raise a family and get ourselves to that spot. So you're the person that can help them do that.
Yes, because you know what happens, Whitney, is it's not that it's not in us. We carry so many gifts and talents, but it's one thing that we're missing. I call it the secret to embracing your genesis, right? The secret to your new beginning. It's our belief. A lot of times we don't believe. The most fertile place on this earth to me is our minds.
Yes.
And all we have to do is when we have a vision and our belief connects with the vision, then we will conceive. And once your vision is conceived and is fertilized, that's when you can birth that thing out. And so we just got to believe. That's it. You got everything you need inside of you. Just believe in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is the toughest thing, the belief.
Yes.
That's that bridge that you're going to help women believe. Because so I think if I look back on my life, because I have the same thing too, right? I mean, I know I've become very successful and I'm highly driven and all of those things, right? But I'm still like anybody else. I have the belief factor issue. And when I look back on my life and I say, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. People ask me like, how did all this stuff happen? And it's like, seriously, it's just because I believed. I believed. Here's kind of cool thing, right? I became an IFR rated pilot. I mean, there's not very many people that even have an IFR rating unless they're a commercial pilot flying for a living. I mean, how did that happen? I just believed it. I knew nothing about aviation, zero, and somehow decided that, yeah, I guess I'm just going to do this. And so I did it, and I still do it.
And I love it.
Yeah. So, okay. So tell us what's next. So how can we connect with you? And I'm so glad that you're now playing in our Wallet to Wealth group, because, and as Tony says, she loves seeing her peeps play together.
I saw that.
Yeah, well, we play so well together. And again, like, I hate to keep bringing it up, but it's so, like, I mean, the Americans just bring such a magic to us. Like, you're just so inspiring to us, because nothing stops you. You have such a faith and such a belief system. So how do we connect with you? What's next? Tell us how your business works and what your dreams are.
Okay, so you can connect with me on all social media platforms. When I say all, I'm on Clubhouse, on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and it's all Davina L Coleman. It's my name. And so you can find me on all social media platforms. I'm very active. You also can find me in my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Beloved's Vision Birthing Room. You remember everything because of the issues with fertility. I'm really big on birthing, right? And so right now, every Tuesday, I have a session called Take the Limits Off Tuesday. It's a virtual summit, and I have speakers who last week or 2 weeks ago, you had a manifesting Monday. And I said at the end of this week, I'm going to manifest speakers for the whole year. Well, by the end of that day, the entire year is booked with amazing speakers. So we're learning about what is your financial freedom number, all the way to how to create a nonprofit, your inner me, business credit. So there are so many amazing people coming to help us to birth our visions and birth our inner selves, personal development, business development. And so that's every Tuesday. That's free for anybody who just want to learn. So you can get there with Beloved Visions Birthing Room. And then you also can reach out to me on info@davinalcoleman.com. And so you can send me an email. You can send me a DM on social media. I'm here. I just want to talk. If you are struggling with your beliefs and you are at a place where you know that you have more to unleash in this world and you just need somebody to say, girl, you got it. I'm your girl. Because that's just where I'm at. That's my life's passion. My mission is being reactivated and redefined. And I love it. I love this space here.
Oh, that's fabulous. Okay, so Beloved Visions Birthing Room. Maybe you could, when we're done, you could type that in below, and so lots of us could click on and join
Yes.
your group. So and I can't believe you filled up for the whole year. So you must be very organized to be able to click everybody in. And then, so what time does that run on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. And can we also do replay? So if we can't catch it one night, we can, because I like, what's we listen to the news a lot, right? We'll have our news playing in the morning or something, and there's all these podcasts and stuff. But this is something that I'd like to be able to, if I can't hear it at 7:30, to be able to hear you in the morning when I'm getting ready. You're just you're just so much positive energy.
You can. So what I've done it's always going to stay posted on the wall, but in your Facebook group you can set up guides. So there is a take the limits off Tuesdays guide, and all the speakers will be posted right there in that guide. So it'll be very easy for you to find and get to.
You're just a queen of the social media. And then you're also doing a class for Tony for one of her coaching. We were talking about that just before we got on. So you're teaching. It just went out of my Clubhouse. You're teaching Clubhouse. So I know we were all talking about that on Saturday, which is like, that one's way over my head.
But it's such a cool platform for you to just like how we're speaking now. We can get on Clubhouse and you have an audience. Now you can't see anybody's faces. It's all audio. But you can converse with so many people at one time. So people can ask you questions. I think Whitney, we're getting you on Clubhouse.
Oh yeah. Sheila, I need you to stop. Sorry, I've got some noise in the background here. Okay, well, this is great. And then, so if we sign up too for your coaching, how does that work? Is that like a one-on-one where you do coaching once a week, or these individual packages? Like let's say that I wanted to come and coach with you, because we're all different, right? Would you design a package for me, or would you say, this is what we do? How does it work?
Okay, you have two options. You can do small group coaching, which will happen 2 Saturdays a month. or you can do one-on-one coaching, which will be customized to your vision, your dreams, and what do you want to accomplish in your life.
I like that. I think that's great. I would definitely be interested in that. Okay, so that was we're great. We can wrap up here. We covered a lot. Like you're highly focused. I love your elevator speech. I don't know if you want to say that one more time because that you've got that down pat. So do you want to share that one more time with us?
I definitely can. And you know where it came from, Whitney. Um, so Tony is our mutual business coach, right? And so one day we were all speaking and we had to create our sales story. And so from that, I did my homework and I was just like, let me get this done. And so thank you, Tony Taylor Harris, for helping me with this. So here it is. Y'all ready? Here we go. So do you know how there are so many amazing high achieving career women with gifts and talents and a yearning to do more with themselves, but they just don't know how to obtain it? Well, what I do is I remove the limitations of career women that only imagine what they can do with their lives, and I move them to the place of actually getting it done so that they can birth the visions they imagine, unleash their earning potential, and unlock their purpose.
That is amazing. That is amazing. If that doesn't bring women running to you, that is so good. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And you'd actually be great to do a wallet to wealth workshop. So maybe we can talk about that too, because you've got all of the tools to help women get ahead. And I think it's just really important for ladies to be able to get ahead, because a lot of us end up being on our own. Exactly what you say, like we don't want this to happen, but a lot of times we end up getting divorced or we're widowed. We do live longer than men, and we want to be able to write our own checks and to be able to build our own wealth and build a solid foundation and build a legacy, and be able to teach our community that there's nothing holding us back. There's nothing holding us back except for us.
That is it. Nothing holding us back but ourselves. Just got to believe. So I would love to do a workshop, and I am so grateful for the opportunity to even spend time with you this morning. So thank you for having me, Whitney.
So happy that I got to meet you. So okay, we'll talk again soon, and we'll see you in the group, and I'll definitely be seeing you in your group. So
Yes.
put all your info below, and thank you so much. So have a great week.
You do the same. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.